I have no idea how to start this video, but Marvel used to be my everything. Everything, not okay, maybe I'm a little bit dramatic here, but back in the day when I had a just fan account for Marvel, life was beautiful because I was a student, I was going to college. I didn't have this much responsibilities. And Marvel making a really great movies back in the day. Marvel was feeding the fandom really well and everything was so perfect. We just want to see the next teaser for that 10 seconds that give us a little bit hints, and all we do, talking about that little bit teaser for literally days, just one scene, just one little bit a click. Give us everything. We were just like, oh my god, so we just saw that, so that means that we just saw all the backstage photos, so it means that, and it was too perfect. Because you know why? Because Marvel didn't even make in a lot of movies like how they're doing it right now. Okay, maybe back in time we were so upset. Like, I remember that after the Infinity War, we were just, oh my god, like we have to wait a year. What we're gonna do with that? It was so miserable, but I really miss those days. I really miss missing something for a new, craving something and waiting for something. But what we have right now, a lot of movies and a lot of TV shows that it's so hard to catch with it and, follow the whole story. And unfortunately, making a lot of content doesn't give you that much success. In the beginning, I said that I was a really big fan back in the day, and for now, it has been changed a lot. You might ask why? Well, there's a lot of reasons for that. I don't even know what is going on in MCU anymore. In the last month, my boyfriend got a ticket for us for the new Captain America movie, and to be honest, I was getting a little bit excited. I was like, oh my god, yeah, why not? Because I really miss these days. Going to the cinema for a Marvel movie. But I was just like, oh, Ash, you don't even know about Marvel anymore. You have, no idea who is who, what happened, which timeline they are in, which universe they are in. I decided to don't go. Well, actually, we have another plan that night, but yeah. And I wasn't even kind of sad for it. I just oh, okay, maybe I watch it later. Well, I have a Disney Plus right now, but I've been watching How I Met Your Mother for the, literally 10 time or something like that, but not the newest Marvel content, unfortunately. And yeah. And in this video, I'm going to tell you that why Marvel movies and TV shows are not popular at all. The first reason is there's a lot of content that Marvel has, especially after Disney Plus and especially after the Endgame. We say goodbye to our favorite characters. We say goodbye to the OG Avengers. And Marvel and Disney decided to create a really big universe for us. In the beginning, we were happy. I'm not gonna lie. When I heard that Kamala Khan joined the MCU, I was so crazy because, guys, I remember the first day of the Kamala Khan's comic. I swear to God, I read every single one of her comics, including Champions, which is one of my favorites. I had also fan account for Kamala Khan. I have a parody account for Kamala Khan. I'm not even kidding. I kind of, started missing out some content, and in the end of the day, I feel like I am not sure that I should watch Miss Marvel because I am not sure what is going on in this universe. Of course, I can watch some content without, caring about you should watch this before and you should know this before and maybe you should watch a YouTube video explain more about the storyline. Yeah, I can really sit here and watch Miss Marvel, but this whole a lot of contents giving you a lot of I don't know, maybe I'm just being making excuse, but like a homework, you know what I'm saying? It's okay, you just watch this movie. Now we have a 6 episode, another series that you have to follow up every week. And also we have another crazy storyline, which is Multiverse, that doesn't even decided to actually flow for it. So if this happens in this universe, maybe it didn't happen in this. Oh, what I'm saying. and it's so hard. For example, when Netflix has the Daredevil, there's I guess 3 seasons. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen it yet, unfortunately, but when he appeared to the Spider-Man, I was like, oh my god, okay, something is coming, I should watch it. And his new season coming to Disney Plus, so now he's in the MCU since Spider-Man. But now I want to watch the new season on Disney Plus, but guess what I have to do? Watch that 3 seasons, I guess, on Netflix first. See, it's like a homework, you know what I'm saying? And Captain America, for example, like I just said, I had the ticket, but I didn't go because I have to watch the TV series first, and it just didn't get me there. And like I said, I know I can still watch the movie without it because Marvel really tries to make it everything so clear, obviously. But for an ex-Marvel fan, it's not going to fit me. I have to know everything. So that's how it's kind of lose the fan. You might can say that actually you're never a real fan, so just quit. You just quit. It's not. No, it is. Okay, Marvel is long bombing us. There's a lot of content, and okay, enough. Just make it. I just want to make this relationship a really, healthy. So stop this love bombing, please. And I also want to talk about this, that especially after the COVID, not just Gen Z, but I believe that everyone's attention, focusing on something has been lost. Like, I have seen like thousands of content that I can't even watch a movie. It took me 3 days to watch this. Like how we used to just sit on the couch and watch 20 episodes in a one sit. Like how we used to read a lot of books. Like I have seen this a lot. I'm 100% sure that you are seeing this a lot too. And in this world, like if I get enough attention, it will be so, I'm not going to say waste of time, but there is, as you can see, like a lot of stories, a lot of characters, and not too much attention to me and to the audience. Like, this is not just Gen Z. This is whole general things is going on the world. The second reason is our multiverse. In the first saga, it was Infinity Saga. Each movie has their own storyline, but eventually they were, serving for the big plan, the Infinity Stones, the Infinity Saga, The main villain was the Thanos, and it created such a great story. In the end of the day, you just see how our superheroes fighting for this whole, saving actually the whole universe together, which is all of them teaming up against the Thanos. And it was, really epic one, creating something like this. It will be always epic and unforgettable.
Assemble.
But for now, what we have is multiverse. So when they first, mentioned that the multiverse, I remember that, when I had a fan account back in the day, we were so excited. We think that this is going to be the, better than the Infinity Stones because, the multiverse, which means that we are going to see the X-Men because we know that Fox is now Disney, so we are going to see the X-Men, Deadpool, a lot of new characters, a lot of heroes that we already knew maybe going to be the part of the MCU. But, no, I'm not going to lie. I like the Multiverse of Madness movie was a great movie. That's just all. It's just great. We just see the alternative universe, 2 minutes of clip or something that Strange going to do, get in a cartoon, weird things, and that was all, I guess. Or just I'm wrong. No, I'm not. And currently also Deadpool and Wolverine. That's all I remember. I swear to God, that's all I remember. Yeah, I know there's a lot of things, but like I said, I haven't seen all of the things, and you're going to say, so you haven't seen a lot of Marvel things, and you're just complaining about, talking shit about Marvel? Yes, I am, as an ex-fan, and this is our kind of facts, because I said no. No, you know what I'm saying. The multiverse is such an really great, but it is actually so hard. It's literally a little bit tiny line to being bad and to be good. And for now, Marvel's is on the bad side, unfortunately. Back in the day, Iron Man was a great movie, but for now, Marvel really did it. Marvel really did it, you know, it started, but the movies are getting better and better, except for some movies, I guess, like Thor 1 and Thor 2, like... It gets, you know, they, you know, trying to do something different. They trying to do, you know, explore the storyline, the characters, and they did a great job. Maybe we are in the beginning. I'm just saying beginning, but there is already a lot of TV shows, like a lot of contents for just beginning. Like, it's kind of felt like we are in the halfway. And we still didn't create something like big, like, oh my god, so this is going to happen. We just have a mess, not multiverse. See, I'm trying to do... Never mind. And the next reason is our heroes. So why we love this series? I would like to say, like, a lot of people's answer will be the heroes. My favorite ones... I can't believe that... Anyways, I get a little bit emotional. See? I'm still a Marvel fan, shut up. When the Tony died, I was like, okay, I'm done with Marvel. I'm not gonna lie. But I was like, okay, you know, Carol is here, Kamala is here, they're one of my favorites. But, you know, all those reasons that I'm talking about, and I'm going to also talk about the other reasons, you know, didn't get me the... you know, keep going on this series, unfortunately. The OG Avengers, you know, Steve Rogers, you know, Tony Stark, and Natasha Romanoff. Unfortunately, we have to say the goodbye. I'm not gonna lie, like, we can watch them forever. Of course, in a one point, they have to say goodbye. And I love the way they, like, how they leave this series. It's really honorful to, you know, see our superheroes saying goodbye to their story. You know, they really complete their goal. They really did what they have to do, and they said our goodbyes. Yeah, it was a really epic ending. But, like, I'm not saying, like, just give us another new Tony Stark. Of course, some characters is going to be, we are not going to say him the way we love him. Maybe we are going to love these new characters more than him. Of course, every character has their special places in our fans. But the new heroes, they were too much. They weren't that much deep anymore, unfortunately, I would like to say that. And the Marvel formula working really good back in the day, but for now, you know, making it a lot. All the spark, all the magic was gone.
No hard feelings, Point Break.
Some other names that I'm not going to mention, to be honest, I don't think that they are just fitting in the characters. And I'm not gonna lie, Marvel really did a really great job, you know, finding the right actor and actress to you know, characters. But somehow just, I don't know, feeling like they just, you know, put the, oh, you know, like, who's the most famous one? We just get them. Kind of felt like it. Or when they bring a no-name stars, they're like, I'm not sure about it, okay? Or maybe we just, you know, like I said, it's about the storyline or something like that, or just, you know, sick of the Marvel. And the next reason is CGI. Marvel cinematography used to be so good. It was really, you know, all those CGI effects felt so real, especially like all this armor that Iron Man has. Everything was so realistic. But then something happened. I'm not going to say AI, but kind of feel like I am not the expert of the CGI things, definitely. And I definitely respect all those artists, because I know that just one frame can took hours, and like, it's really hard of work, but you can do the best, Marvel. You can create it. I have read news about this, that some of this, you know, designers been quitting on this job because they have a little limited short time to create all the CGI, because you know, they have to work a lot, because, you know, they are making tons of TV shows that no one even ask. And unfortunately, you know, there's some mistakes, and there, like, some, unfortunately, CGIs are so bad, okay? Of course, when I say bad CGI, you can remember the Doctor Strange, the Third Eye, and the She-Hulk, and there's a tons of examples for that, but these two just, you know, like hit the limits so far, that I just wanted to put this onto the list. And also like the costumes. Some costumes are sometimes too, how can I say this, so colorful. What kind of fabric is that? Like this is too much colorful. Like it's kind of hurting my eyes. Stop it. Like make it a little bit realistic, okay? Just a little bit. Just a little bit, like put the sparks there. We need it there. We need it here, okay? We just... Okay. The next reason is the villain. What was the last time you remember a really great villain? Not every villain has to, be the most powerful, most, craziest idea. But like, of course, some villains are going to be, stay in the neighborhood, stay in the kind of country, of course. But the main villain has to be really great that sometimes your enemies are going to think that, what if he's right? Because in some points, back in the day, I wasn't like this, but when I grow up, I was like, maybe Thanos was right. I'm not gonna lie. Of course, not half of the population is going to die. No, please, no. But in some point, I can understand his way of the looking of this whole chaos, you know what I'm saying? And right now, Marvel doesn't have that, this is also, the same reason as the multiverse situation going on. We don't have, big storyline to follow in every movies, TV shows. And right now, we don't have the villain, the Endgame villain. We have seen a lot of villains in the other stories, but I am not sure who is going to we are fight with in the end. We will talk about it until Marvel announced that Robert Downey Jr. is back. Listen, when I heard the news, I was like, oh my god, we are so back. But I was kinda, not sure about the decision. As you can see that Marvel is so not getting good. They just wanted that, okay, bring Downey back. We needed him. He's going to save us, kind of like that. Like how he did it on the Endgame. Oh my god. I would like to see Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark in the MCU, but not in a way like how we see the Hugh Jackman as a Wolverine in the Deadpool. Like, I don't want to ruin all this last scene of the Tony Stark. That's how his story ended, and I don't want to change that. But maybe we can see the multiverse of the Tony Stark. Maybe we're going to see this, but I'm just talking about the what can be happen. Seeing him in the first Avengers movie, like in the after credits, just his silhouette or something like that, just his shadow. And the second one, maybe just a 5 seconds that his face on it, he's just smiling it. I don't know, maybe his daughter Morgan Stark can, go to the multiverse or something like that. We can see something really emotional, and maybe I can play the Morgan Stark. Like, I'm just talking about, what I'm saying. This is not me just sometimes fangirling about the Iron Man. No, it will be great to see Tony Stark like that, but I'm really wondering that it's going to be weird, like Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. Sorry. So yeah, we need the villain. And the sixth one is the Marvel formula, which I already did talk about it, but for example, from the first Iron Man movie, what happened there. And also, what happened to Wanda. And we saw this formula every time makes us, watching the same movies with different characters, different actor and actress in different places. And in the end, everything's it's same. So we're just kind of, sick of it. Like I said, Marvel formula is not something bad. It's something has been working. Maybe they didn't even create this much content. Maybe we didn't have this many things to watch it. It can be still working right now, but they just decide to give us more and more. Quantity over quality. And they're just like, okay, we already have this character from the comic books. Let's just pay a lot of money to do this actor and actress. Make it something big but not something for the hearts. Okay, I'm just getting a little bit emotional, but this is Marvel, okay? This was used to be everything. Creating everything over this formula will give you something repeated. You have been married for 15 years and doing all the stuff. waking up, going to the job, come back home, literally eat and falling asleep on the couch while watching on TV. It's kind of, something like that. It's so safe zone. And Marvel has to leave this safe zone as soon as possible because some people has been left that safe zone long time ago. And the last reason is competitive. So I remember that like back in the day, there was a thing that MCU versus DCU, and it was the best thing ever. Like I remember that the Batman v Superman and the Civil War thing, it was kind of in the like they were on the theaters kind of similar times. There's a literally 2 months apart between them. And the Twitter was, you should be there. Like everyone just, no, ours ones is better. Like, DCU is better. No, DC movies didn't even get that much attention. Oh yeah, Marvel movies are so colorful. Like something like that. And like right now, I'm just looking at it. It was too much waste of time. Like what the fuck, just go watch the movies, okay, and enjoy whatever you have. And I'm not gonna lie, I was big Marvel fan, but I was kind of watching following the DCU, of course, but I wasn't the fan of the DCU, and it kind of somehow like wanted to Marvel win this thing. And not gonna lie, Marvel didn't win. Like come on guys, come on. Like DCU just didn't go so well. They just, I don't know, like I don't even know what was the last thing happened. DCU noticed something that they just have to leave their safe zone. They just created something different, and Marvel doesn't even dare to create something like that, which is the Joker. So the Joker movie hit, really successful, and it get Oscar for that. And people know that a comic book story, like a superhero story, can get an Oscar, and why not? But Marvel didn't even, get anything from that. They just keep making it the same movie and over and again. And then the Batman happened. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen the Batman, but they are also something different. We all know. And then something has been came to the entertainment world, and it said that, oh, you know what, I'm going to do something much different and much, I'm not gonna say better, because all of these 3 words are really have a place in my heart. The Boys happened.
Here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have. Patience.
Fuck you.
I'm not gonna lie, The Boys, like when I started to watch it, I didn't even know it is based on a comic book. I was like, oh my god, this is something like really making fun of Marvel and MCU, but it is actually not. It is actually, have a lot of deep things going on. But yeah, how like a superhero movies, like how superhero content can be this much different. Like it is really definitely something so crazy, and I love it, and I would like to see more. The next movie is going to be Thunderbolts. I feel like Marvel trying to something, different. I mean, they have created a special trailer for an absolute cinema. They really trying to show us that we have created something new. I would like to believe that, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm kind of, see this general Marvel things, but I still believe that this is something different. I hope so. I feel like this is the end of the list, and what I'm going to say is I haven't missed this world a lot, like talking about it. I have write down all this, my reason, explain and talk about with my friend, one of my bestie, and it was really fun. Like I remember like how I used to wait for one trailer. I remember how I used to tweet. I remember how I got my likes by Robert Downey Jr. back in the Twitter. Yeah, we used to see all those likes, and it was fucking crazy. And yeah, he liked my tweets, and yeah. And Marvel was my safe place. I was just, all this real things was ending when it comes to Marvel. Like I was just, reading my comic books and forgetting about all these bad things in life. Yeah. And maybe I should go back to my home. Oh my god, why I'm talking like that? Oh, this reminds me that scene of Steve and Tony.
You all right? I'm home.
Yeah. That's all I can say for now, and I will try to make more Marvel videos because looks like I need to see more. And I will maybe talk about my like what happened in the past. Maybe I'll show you my comic books collection, which is I don't have in this house, but yeah, I will show you. Stay with Marvel, I guess. But yeah, stay with me. If you like this video, don't forget to like, and I will be waiting you on the comments. And if you didn't subscribe my channel, it will be great to subscribe it right now. So yeah, bye.